The person I would now like to invite is a training supervisor at Gulf Petrochemical Industries Company, member of GPIC Toastmasters Club since 1st June 2008, held various leadership roles as President, Vice President Education, Vice President Membership in the club. Currently, she is the VP Education of GPIC Toastmasters Club. Believes in the power of Toastmasters as it's the ability to change lives. Therefore, she presented various lectures to schools and university students. She's been a participant in numerous Toastmasters events as a speaker, moderator, and a team leader. Please put a big round of applause for DTM Lulwa Al Muaili, titled Learn to Write a Professional CV. DTM Lulwa Al Muaili, the virtual screen is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Once again, it's my privilege to be with you today, this wonderful morning. Today, I'll be speaking about writing a professional CV and also a cover letter. And we take the questions, inshallah, by the end of the session. So as I mentioned, the objectives to prepare a cover letter and the tips for professional CV writing. We'll kick off with the cover letter, and it's a document that's sent along our CV. This cover letter will provide information about our background, our experience, and why we are the fit to fill this position, why we must be selected, why we are the best candidate. It will help us to sell the application, which is our CV. So what we write and we don't write in this cover letter. The name and the contact information or the contact details. And in here, I'm talking about the contact details of ourselves as the applicant and also the contact details of the organization we're applying to. And instead of writing the letter to whom it may concern, it's better to do a research and know who are the HR manager, who's working in this HR company, who's working in HR in this company. And we write this, their detail, their name, and address. So this letter will be customized for every company we're applying to. The title of the job, if there is a job application and you know the job applying to, better to write what kind of job applying to, like a stock controller position. List your relevant skills, why you are the right person for this position. And always try as much as you can to speak the language. So if applying to any organization, find out what software they are using, what kind of machinery they are using, and try to write this in the letter. And at the end of it, ask them to contact you, that you want to hear from them about this job and how to follow up your application as well. The thing that you don't write in it is rewriting your CV. The cover letter is not a summary of your CV. It will give them like a slang about who you are exactly and your salary expectation. It will show them that if it's not asked by the company to write how much you want as a salary, better not to mention it because it will show that you are more interested in the benefit the company will provide with you than actually how you're gonna benefit this organization you're applying to. And typo or typing mistakes. So try to avoid them, period. Try just to avoid them. Don't mention your other job application because this cover letter is not a complaint letter. You don't want them to know that you applied in so many organizations and you're still waiting for an answer. And don't copy and paste a template. Make your own cover letter and try to change it for every job application as much as. So what's a CV and why it's important? So a CV is like, I always say that it's you in a piece of paper. How are you going to market yourself? How are you going to talk about yourself? Write this all down on this piece of paper. You're going to sell yourself, you're marketing yourself. It will contain your educational, professional history, skills, ability, qualification, experience. All your years studying, working, volunteering work, all the skills that you have learned, try to list them down in a way that is very easy to navigate so people will find out who you are as a person and why you are fit for this position. So a strong CV is the key to get you inside this organization. And it's the first impression for the employee to know the employer to find out who you are. The HR staff are receiving like hundreds of CV on daily basis. So you have to make sure that your CV will shine among their CVs and to be the one that will be putting up for the, to carry on for the interview, for coming for the test and so on. Make it easy to read, make it also memorable by them. The CV should look professional and well-structured, clearly and divided to section. Well, we'll share that with you later on as well. We'll talk about it. You should not handwrite your CV or even correct it by a then, go back and rewrite your CV is much better than, change your phone number or change your email or even update it on the piece of paper. Use a clean and crisp font. So it's easy for them to read. And also for the colors, make it more professional. Don't put lots of colors and lots of logos that would disturb also the readers. Keep it short because mainly it's maximum 2 pages. And if you have more experience, fine, make it more like 3 pages, but make it, bullet points, make it easy to read and navigate through. And break the text up, as I mentioned, to bullet points, because that would be also easier for them to navigate and read. I've learned that there is no one best way to write a CV. Every person will have his own way of writing his own CV. The most important thing is how to make it yours, how to make it easy to read, how to market yourself in a way that people will remember you when you come also for the test, for the interview, because they will know, oh, this guy, he wrote this in his CV, he was sharp, so on. So I will go through the structure and the format of the CV. You'll have the contact information, professional picture, the career objectives, education and qualification, work experience, your award certificate, things that you're interested in, your skills and your competencies. So if we go up to format our CV, if you can see here, it's divided into section. And we use like bold to show that you are translating from one point to another. So it will be easy to read, and you can see the font is very easy to read as well. We have to break the paragraphs into bullet points, and subtle colors scheme to be very nice to emphasize on our grade or the university we graduated from, our GPA. Some few words the company would like to go through will be very nice for them and easy. Always GPA is 3 or 4, or he had got this skill. Better to have it in different color or also bold. When it comes to work experience, if you have experience, if you worked before in so many organizations, you can write about this organization, the position, the date you joined and you left, and also the responsibility that you took when you're working in this organization. If you don't have, you can write if you have any voluntary work, maybe you're head of a school, class in the, at your university or at the school to show that you are a responsible person, if you have some abilities and potential as well, if you take in part-time jobs. And also you have to list them in a chronological details, the oldest and then the newest first and then the older by date. When it's come to the educational part, you write about your schools and university, your GPA. Sometimes you can write also about the subject that you have taken at the university, if it's related to the position. If it's like math, engineering, if you did like a project about an engineering and you want to apply for manufacturing company, it will help you to show that you have reports and you have read about the subject. It'd be nice to write a paragraph about your projects and subjects. When it's come to hobbies and interests, if you don't have any, there is no need to list them, because in here people they want the truth. It's not a mandatory field to list them, and if you don't list them, doesn't make your CV less than others. Because we don't want you to write something that's actually not true. The most common written hobbies currently are horseback riding, eating, traveling, and reading. And if you mention any of them and people just like ask about them and you won't be able to answer in the interview, it's not good for you, and you might be, hired in this organization. So better you list the truth. If you have any, list them. If you don't, it's not mandatory at all. It's very important to be honest when you write your CV. So at the end, I just want to conclude with the useful tips. Always spell check your CV and list only truth, facts, and events and qualification. And make sure you go through your CV, and maybe your friends also can help you by going through your CV and give you some advices. Save it in PDF file, so when you send them to the company, the format won't change. And cater your CV to fit the vacancies in the organization, so make it fit to them. Never back your CV, always print it in separate pages. Never fold it, and always keep updated. Thank you.